Good morning, students. Welcome to class 4 EVS chapter 5 Food We Eat. Children, we have already discussed this chapter in last two videos. Now we are going to proceed further in this chapter. Before that, we will revise the topics which we have already completed. Children, we have already discussed what is food. Food is something which we eat to get energy. We need energy to work and perform various other activities. We get a substance called nutrient from the food. The nutrients help our body to do all the activities which we need to do, and nutrients also fulfills all the requirement of our body. Here in this chapter we studied about 5 main nutrients, that is carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. After going through the chapter, we have come to the conclusion that the food is divided into 3 parts. Food or the nutrient is divided into 3 parts. One is energy giving food, second is body building food, and third is protective food. Under energy giving food, we have carbohydrates and fats. Carbohydrates and fat gives us instant energy. These are the ones which helps us do all the activities which we do in our daily life. Second one is bodybuilding food. Bodybuilding food strengthens our bones and muscles. They build our body and help in growth. Third type of nutrition is protective food. The food which protect our body from various diseases, that is vitamins and minerals. These help our body fight from various diseases and makes our body disease resistance, means our body does not catch diseases easily. If we eat lot of vitamins and minerals, our body becomes strong and we does not fall sick frequently. Now the next one is other than these 5 nutrients, we also need water and roughage in our body. Water and roughage also play an important role in the digestion of food, as well as it also helps in removal of waste from our body. Water and roughage also are also constituent of many parts of our body, like blood, skin, digestive juices, etc. After knowing about these nutrients, we also know that the diet which we take should be full of all these nutrients plus water and roughage, as it helps our body in the proper functioning. So the diet that contains all the nutrients in the correct amount along with water and roughage needed for the needed for the proper functioning of body is called balanced diet. So we should include all the types of nutrients in our body. Now children, if we eat food, we must also know that the food which we eat should be free from insects, germs, worms and other microorganisms. Do you know children? Most of the food start rotting after some time. If not consumed, if not consumed, it may be spoiled after some time, because it happens due to the growth of germs in the leftover food. We can prevent food spoilage by we can also keep the food we can also prevent food from spoiling for a long time. If we can prevent a growth of germs, we can keep the food for long time. This can be done in a number of ways, as we studied in the previous video, that we can keep food safe by using following methods. By adding salt. Do you know children, if you add salt, the extra water content of the fruit or vegetable is soaked by the salt and it does not allow the fruit or vegetable to spoil. That is why we can keep these items for a longer time by adding salt. We can keep milk by boiling for few hours. By boiling, we can kill the germs present in milk, and we can keep it for some hours safely without spoiling. Refrigeration and freezing is another way to keep the food for a longer time without spoiling. As we know, germs do not grow under cool places, so we can keep it under refrigerator or freezer for many days. We can keep milk, fruits or cooked food in the refrigerator. Now by adding sugar, same as salt, by adding sugar, the water content of the fruit or vegetable is absorbed by it and it does not allow the substance to spoil. So this is how we can store jams, jellies. We can prepare jams, jellies, murabbas and keep it for a longer time. Dehydration is another way of storing the food. In this method, we can store food by removing their water content by keeping it in the sun. So children, we have revised what we had done in the previous topic. Now we'll move further in the chapter. Here children, have you ever seen bread? When you keep the bread for a longer time, you must have seen some blackish green or the grey spots on the bread. These spots indicate the growth of fungus. The growth of fungus indicates that the bread is spoiled and it is no more fit for eating. Now children, we can do this at home also. You can take 2 chapatis and put some water on one of the chapati and keep on observing the chapati. After some time you will observe that there will be a black, green or the grey spot on the chapati. That indicates that there is a growth of fungus on the chapati. So children, you can do this at home also. So now our next topic is cooked and raw food. Do you know children, why do we cook food? Yes, we cook food because cooking of food kills the germ. The heat which is given to the food, the heat during the cooking of the food kills the germs. Once the germs are killed, the food will be away from spoilage. So it will not get spoiled easily. It can be kept safely for some time. So children, by cooking we kill the germs and it is also now safe for eating. Cooking also makes the food tasty. It makes the food soft and it also easily digested. The soft food is easily digested. Now children, but overcooking is not good for the food, because if you overcook the food, the nutritive value of the food may be lost. Your food may lose its nutritive value. So we should not overcook the food. Now children, there are some more food items which can be eaten raw, such as carrot, cabbage, radish, cucumber. All these can be eaten raw. If you cook these food items, you may lose the nutritive value of these. So carrots, cabbage, radish, cucumber should be eaten raw. These food items contain large amount of vitamins and minerals. These vitamins and minerals may be destroyed if these foods are heated or cooked. So while eating these food items, we should be careful. As it is not being cooked, it should be thoroughly washed to remove the dust or the germs on these food items. So children, this is why we cook the food, or we eat some of the food we eat without cooking. Now this was about cooked and raw food. Once again we'll revise this. Cooking makes food easy to digest. The food becomes tasty and soft. It also kills the germs present in them. But unfortunately, overcooking may also damage the nutritive value of the food. So we should not cook the food. We should not overcook the food. Fruits and vegetables like carrot, cabbage, radish and cucumber should be eaten raw. These food items contain large amount of vitamins and minerals that are destroyed by heating. So that is why, to get the complete nutritive value of these food, we don't cook this food and we eat it raw. But there are some food items which, if not cooked, may not be digested easily. That is why it has to be cooked, but it should be cooked in such a way that most of its nutritive value is retained in the food itself. However, care should be taken to wash the raw items thoroughly before eating. Children, if you are eating raw fruits or vegetable, you should wash it thoroughly. Now, here is another other activity. In this activity, children, you must be doing, your mother must be doing this at home. You should also try once. Take some seeds of gram, soak it overnight, then put them in a wet cloth. Sprout will come after a day. Wash it thoroughly, because when the seeds are kept for a longer time, it may have germs in them. So wash it thoroughly, put some lemon juices, cut onion, etc., and make a salad and eat it. Children, these sprouts are very nutritive because it is rich source of proteins and fiber. You get lot of protein and fiber from these seeds. Now, healthy food habits. Children, till now we were studying the type of food we should eat and the sources of food, but now, before having our food, we should know some of the healthy food habits. What are these healthy food habits? First one, wash your hands before and after eating food. Children, as we know, we often use the things around us, or to whichever thing we come across, we touch it with our hands, and our hands are always open, are exposed to the dust or germs. So there may be lot of germs in our hands. Therefore, before eating the food and after eating the food, we should wash our hands thoroughly. Eat all meal at a fixed time every day. The meal which we eat should be eaten at the fixed time every day. We should not change the timing of the meal which we have every day. So, it is very important for us to have our meal at a regular interval of time, and this time should be followed every day. Now, next one, always eat clean and fresh food. Wash vegetables before and never after cutting. So children, tell your mother also that whichever vegetable or the fruits they are using in their food, it should be washed before cutting. So whatever germs are present on their surface will be first washed properly and then should be cut. Avoid eating junk food. As we know, junk food has no nutrients. It doesn't have any nutrients. So we should not eat junk food, or we should avoid eating junk food. Chew your food well. Children, if you chew your food well, it will help you digest your food easily. Do not waste food. Always take only as much food as you can eat. Children, there are many people who don't even get one time meal properly a day. So we should always be careful. It is very precious. At least we are getting these so easily. So we should respect the meal which we are getting. We should not waste it. These were the healthy eating food habits. Children, before concluding the chapter, we should also know some healthy eating habits. For example, these are not given in the chapter, but at least we should know to have our so that our digestive system keeps working properly. Healthy eating habit. We should have healthy eating habit so that our digestive system keeps working properly. So whatever we eat, directly or indirectly, depends on your digestive system. So if you eat healthy, your digestive system will be working perfectly. If you eat something wrong, it will affect your digestive system. Now, in order to keep our digestive system healthy and working, let us discuss some more points which should be taken care of. As I told you before also, eat all meal at a fixed interval of time every day. At a fixed time every day. Whichever time you are following for having your meals in a day, please follow it regularly. Don't interrupt your meal with the timing of your meal. Now, once again, wash your hands before and after having your meal. Chew your food properly. Do not overeat. Do not drink water during meal. Drink it an hour before or an hour after eating food. Do not exercise or play immediately after eating. Trim your nails regularly. So children, healthy food habits, once again we'll revise. Wash your hands before and after eating. Always eat clean and fresh food. Wash vegetables before and never after cutting them. Avoid eating junk food. Chew your food well. Do not waste food. Always take only as much food as you can eat. In addition to these, let us know some healthy eating habits. Eat all the meal at a fixed time every day. Chew your food properly. Do not overeat. Do not drink water during meal. Drink it an hour before or an hour after eating food. Do not exercise or play immediately after eating. Now children, we have completed the chapter and now we are going to discuss keywords. Here are the keywords which we will be discussing today. Now keyword, nutrients. First word is nutrients. Special substance needed by body that are present in the food we eat. So children, there are something which is needed by our body that is present in food. This something is nothing but the substance which we get from the food we eat. So children, as we know, we eat different types of food because different types of food give our body all that is needed to perform different activities. As we do different activities and the need of different activity is different. So we eat different types of food. This different type of food gives a substance that we get from the food is called nutrient. So this different type of food gives us something which is called nutrient. As we know, different part of the body perform different functions and different functions needs different nutrients. So different functions need different food to get different nutrients. These nutrients can also be called as food groups. We don't have all the nutrients in one single particular food. For example, sugar is rich in carbohydrate but lacks proteins and fats. Similarly, potato is rich in carbohydrate but lacks fat and protein. So, all the foods do not have all the nutrients. So, to fulfill the different requirement of our body, we should eat different type of food. And these food groups are called the nutrients. Food groups or the nutrients. So, the substance which we get from the food is called nutrient. Now, next one is cereal. Cereal is also called whole grain. This is the main part of our diet. These cereals are rich in carbohydrates as well as fiber. It also contains lot of carbohydrates as well as fibers. That is why it is the main part of our diet or the meal. As we know, carbohydrates gives us energy to work or do any kind of physical work. So, some examples of cereals are wheat, rice, maize, barley, oat, etc. Now, again carbohydrate. Carbohydrates and fats are called energy giving food. They provide us with instant energy. The sick person as well as sports person needs instant energy. Now, next one is vitamins. As we know, nutrients which protect us from disease are called vitamins. These vitamins are also called protective food, as it gives disease, it provides resistance from the diseases. That is why it is called protective food. Vitamins are also very important for different parts of our body. As we know, there are different types of vitamins which we'll be reading in our next classes, but it is very good for our skin and eyes. So, next one is minerals. Minerals are the substance such as iron, calcium, phosphorus, potassium. These are very much important for our body, as it makes our bones and teeth strong and keeps our body strong. It also helps in the formation, iron also helps in the formation of blood. Calcium makes our teeth and bone strong, and iron, phosphorus, potassium, calcium together makes our body strong and healthy. Now, balanced diet. A diet that contains all types of nutrients in addition to water and roughage for the proper functioning of our body is called balanced diet. As we discussed earlier, our body performs different types of work, so our body needs all types of nutrients in right amount, so that it performs all the activities or the functioning or the body functions properly is called balanced diet. Now, the diet containing all the nutrients in the right amount needed by the body to perform any function properly is called balanced diet. Now, food preservation. Food preservation. Protecting food to make it last longer. Children, as we know, food starts rotting after some time if not consumed. It happens due to the growth of germs. To prevent the spoiling of food for a longer time, we opt certain methods, or we go for certain methods where we add few things which helps the food to last for longer time. The things which we use or we add with the food are used as a preservative, and these preservatives make the food last for a long period of time. So, protecting food to make it available for long period of time is called food preservation. We have revised the same many times in the chapter. Once again we'll revise it. I hope you must have thorough these words till now, by now. So, first word is nutrients. The food which we eat contain a substance called nutrient. In a simple language we can say a substance which we get from the food we eat is called nutrients. This substance is nothing but the energy which we get from the food is called nutrient. Cereal. Food grains like wheat, maize, rice, oat, barley are the example of cereals. Cereals are said to be whole grain. They are the main part of our food or the meal or the diet. These food grains are rich in carbohydrates. They provide lot of energy to our body. That is why they are said to be energy giving food. Carbohydrates and fats. Carbohydrates and fats are also called energy giving food. They give us energy to work and play and perform various other activities which we do regularly. So that is why it is called energy giving food. It also gives us instant energy. When we fall sick or the sports person needs instant energy to perform its play in the ground, it takes glucose in the form of carbohydrates. Now, vitamins. Vitamin is another important nutrient which is also known as protective nutrient, as it protects our body from various diseases, or it protects our body from getting infected or becoming sick. Minerals. Substance such as iron, calcium, potassium are the type of mineral which keep our body strong and healthy. Balanced diet. A diet containing all the nutrients in correct amount needed by our body, a right amount needed by our body to perform various activities is called balanced diet. Food preservation. Food preservation is a method by which we can keep the food for a longer period of time. Now children, things to remember. After going through the chapter, there are some points which has to be remembered, and these are the important points of the chapter. First one is all living things need food. So, children, as we studied in the chapter, all the living things need food to live. Food helps us to grow, keep healthy, and gives us energy. So, children, we also studied food is something which helps us to grow, keep us healthy, and gives us energy to do the activities or for the proper functioning of the body. We get food from plants and animals. As we know, the main source of food on earth is are plants and animals. Most part of our food comes from the plant, and part some part comes from the animal. Food contains nutrients such as carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, and vitamins. As we studied in the chapter, our body performs different work, so we should eat different types of food. As different types of food contains different nutrients, and all the nutrients are important for our body. So we have 5 main nutrients, that is carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and fats. These are divided into 3 main groups. One is energy giving food, that is carbohydrates and fat, that gives instant energy. Then second one is body building food, that is proteins, that builds our body and makes our body strong and strengthens our body. And third type is protective food, that is vitamins and minerals, which protect our body from the diseases. Next is we must have a balanced diet containing all the nutrients in the right amount. So, children, we studied in the chapter that as our body performs different types of work, our body also need different nutrients. Different food have different types of nutrient. So all types of food should be included in our diet, so that our body gets all the nutrients in right amount for the proper functioning of the body. So a diet contain all the nutrients in right amount is called balanced diet. We should drink lot of water and eat roughage. As we studied in the chapter, water and roughage helps in the digestion of food. It also helps in throwing waste out of the body, as well as it is the constituent of the different parts of the body. Few parts of the body, that is, they also play very important role in our body. We also studied the food which we eat can be stored safely for longer period of time or for the later use when they are not available, by freezing, drying, boiling, adding sugar and salt. These are the methods by which we can keep the food which we eat for longer period of time. Food should be cooked properly. Overcooking destroys some nutrients of the food. As we studied, cooking makes the food tasty. It helps in the proper digestion of the food, and also it makes the food soft, which helps in the digestion of the food. But overcooking may also destroy the nutritive value of the food. So while cooking the food, we should be careful that food is not overcooked. Some food can be eaten raw or maintain their nutritive value. So some food which can be eaten raw should be eaten raw, so that the nutritive value of the food is maintained. we cook some of the food because we are not able to digest those food easily. That is why we cook them or to make them tasty. But some of the food which can be eaten raw, we should eat raw to maintain its nutritive value. You should observe good food habits to stay healthy. As we discussed in the chapter, we should follow certain good habits to keep us fit and healthy, such as wash your hands before and after eating, always eat clean and fresh food, wash vegetables and fruits before and never after cutting, avoid eating junk food, chew your food well, do not waste food, always take only and as much food as you can. So children, with this we have completed things to remember also. In our next video, we will continue with the exercises, book exercises given in the book. Thank you, students.